My mother is a folk singer, and so I definitely have a strong tradition in the folk folk background. She was in the East Village in the '60s and was, you know, playing in clubs with Dylan and Djembe and folks like that. And so I definitely have those roots. This is a West African djembe. I picked this up in Ghana. I actually commissioned it. I had it made straight for me by a guy on the beach. The skin is goat skin. And what I did was, since I knew I would be traveling to a lot of wet climes, a lot of warm wet climes, a lot of djembes that you see made these days have about half as much string on them. I had the guy double wrap it. Okay, it's a thinner rope than is used on a lot of djembes. A lot of djembes will have a thicker rope, and the skin will be a little bit thicker. So this skin is a little bit thinner than normal, but it's got double the wrappings, so that it's got a very consistent pressure all the way around the head. That's very specific for a climate where you're going to see a lot of temperature changes, because it allows the skin to breathe and stretch a little bit more. When it's warm here, the skin will really tighten up, and during most of the year when it's wet, it'll have a very loose, very bassy sound. But what it does is, I've had the same drum head on here now for, I believe, 6 years, and I haven't had to change it. And that's partly because the string is not as tight. There isn't as much pressure on the head as a lot of people will have on there. The wood is one solid piece. It starts here and it goes to here. It's not actually two pieces. It's carved from the outside, and then you can sort of see how it was taken from the inside, carved out with a kind of a chipper tool or a chisel. And the designs were chosen by me from the Anasazi tradition. When I came to pick it up, the guy was just actually about to put a layer of this kind of white fluid on it to protect it from insects, and I asked him what it was, and he said, "Oh, this is the best stuff. It's called DDT. It's perfect." So I actually decided to forego that and had him leave the DDT off of it. But that was kind of something I was like, "Oh, what's that you're putting on the drum?" And, you know, "Oh, it's this great stuff. It keeps the insects off. It's called DDT."
Oh my God, who knew you could finish a drum with DDT?
Yeah, exactly. So be careful if you get a djembe from West Africa. Order the non-DDT version.